everybody, and welcome to the Trend to Glories talk show. I'm your host, Kevin Hine. This is episode 5, and today we have CEO and founder of the Army Week Association, Christopher Page.
Morning, gentlemen. Thanks for having me on board today.
Good morning, Chris. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, actually. Had a pretty good start to the week. We kicked off our celebrations of the Army's birthday on Sunday with a 5K run supporting Hope for the Warriors. Yesterday, we had a golf outing up in the north of the Bronx. Fantastic start to the week, and we're looking forward to continue on with that with several educational events going on and also a gala. Pretty exciting stuff going on.
Okay, Chris, tell us about your Army career.
Well, I did active duty in the 90s, and then I got out from active duty, went to college and started supporting the several veteran service organizations in the New York City area. Once I realized that the conflict was be going on for a much longer time, I re-enlisted into the Army Reserves, and that's where I currently am doing my reserve duty on a monthly basis, and sometimes even more out in actually Queens. So I'm a proud NCO and enjoying taking care of the soldiers in both worlds of being a member actually of the military and also as a VSO owner.
So no one is more professional than you. You're a non-commissioned officer, I guess.
Be no do.
Exactly.
Okay, so lead us into Army Week, Chris.
So several years ago, we had kind of sat around a table, myself and several Marines, and we decided that the Army kind of needed to step up its game in New York City and celebrating its service. The Marine Corps for many decades has put together fantastic black tie events celebrating its birthday on every November 10th in and around the New York City area. And I was always the token soldier at these events. So we decided that we would pitch General Odierno, who happens to be from New Jersey, and then he graciously accepted, much to our surprise, actually. So we had a small event at the New York Athletic Club, just having a simple cake cutting ceremony, a little bit of a speech, and then we moved on from there. He liked it so much, the whole concept, that he said in his notes that he wanted to do bigger and better. So then we came up with the concept of Army Week, following up from the success of Fleet Week and also now Veterans Week, which celebrates veterans in all the branches of service in early November. So with that being said, we partnered up with a lot of great veteran service organizations like Purple Heart Homes, Hope for the Warriors, Operation Homefront, and just to name a few, and put together a great week of scheduled events. They were responsible for their own events, and we were responsible for putting an educational panel together, and on top of that, a gala. So it's turned into kind of just a simple little cake cutting ceremony to having a great partnership with the United States Army, a lot of great organizations in the New York City area, and just celebration of service. Just another reason to celebrate soldiers and military family members in the New York City area in June.
Wow, that's awesome. And I guess this is a good segue to really kind of tell us about what the mission of Army Week is. I think you kind of hit it already, but if you go into a little bit more detail.
Our mission is basically to educate folks in the community about service. We're by no means a recruiting arm. All we want to do is we want to connect, build bridges between the about roughly 2% of Americans who have ever put on a uniform, their roughly 2% family members in population, with the remaining about 96% of the population who have zero connection to the military whatsoever besides what they see on Hollywood films. So we're, like I said, educational in nature. We like to put on educational events, whether they be panels or athletic events where people get to meet other people in the community, again, building bridges. And then also we like to honor those who have served for either long periods of time or people who served for a short period of time but who have done extraordinary things during their times of service. And that's what we're all really about. It's just building a community of service members and their families and those who never served.
Awesome.
So what are some of the activities that we're going to be doing for Army Week?
Well, the standard run of show basically for Army Week is been where we start off with a 5K. We do a series of educational events through the week. For example, last night there was a VA home loan education seminar with a bunch of folks in the New York City area who were looking to buy their first home, which in the New York City market is actually really complicated. But being a veteran, it gives you a little bit of a boost from the VA loan system, and also there's tax rights that veterans have in New York State that there's actually quite a few other states that don't have what these veterans have, and it's a great enticement to have this for veterans in New York City, New York State overall. And then also we have a panel on veteran transition. Deloitte is going to be graciously hosting that. They're our premier sponsor during this year's Army Week. And then also our gala, which we are celebrating the service of Colonel Connie Christensen. She was a nurse in Vietnam. And that's basically been our MO for the past couple of years, is where we want to, give back to those veterans who have given so much to our generation of veterans, and that's the Vietnam veterans. Without them, we wouldn't have all the great things that we have today. And so I'm pleased to know many of them in the New York City area, and we want to give back to them and thank them for their service, give them something that they didn't have when they came back from their conflict. And then we're going to wrap up the week with a nice little 10K run around Central Park. Team RWB. I don't know if you know those guys.
Definitely.
Great group of guys from West Point started that, and now they're going to be running this run around Central Park, which is about 6 miles and change. So we're going to grab a bunch of guys, Marines and Army and a bunch of other branch members, and we run out there with American flags and all of our branch flags, and just kind of give it a one last hurrah on June 14th, and that'll wrap up the week.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So where can we find out more information about Army Week?
You can check out our social media, which has been our major source of giving out information on our Facebook, our Twitter feed, and then also we have our website, www.armyweek.org.
All right.
All right, so all these websites are also going to be down below in the description, and it's right now live on the screen as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Chris, thank you very much for coming on our show. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulty earlier this morning, but definitely appreciate it. Wish you a lot of luck during Army Week. I know Brandon is going to be out at the gala, and he's looking forward to that event with his fiancée, Jess. So we wish you the best of luck. And, of course, from the 10th Mountain Division and the Trend to Glory talk show, we wish the Army a very happy 240th birthday.
Happy 240th.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. And this 240th birthday, I think, is going to go through the roof. Without your guys' support, I don't know where we'd be on our social media. So thank you guys very much for all you're doing to help us make this birthday a great success.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. And as we say here, Trend to Glory.
Trend to Glory.
Trend to Glory.
Thanks for coming on the show, Chris.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Have a great day, guys.